Hello and welcome to the Rainbow Six Pro League on console, the number one place for competitive Rainbow Six esports on the Xbox One and soon PS4 as well. I am your host, Jonathan Johnny Streams Ross, and tonight we have Ignited versus Team Synergy. We are still figuring a couple things out right now. Unfortunately, Ignited is missing someone, so they're talking to Synergy. If both owners come to a consensus, we'll just play 4v5. Which I believe I've been messaged about. Okay, it is a 4v5. Okay. Have confirmed that. So, as we move on to... Oops, my bad. As we move on to the game. Here, just want to... Alright. So we will be playing a 4v5. Ignited. Playing against Team Synergy. I've typed in Synergy Esports. How foolish of me. Here, let me... Oops, fix that real quick. I am absolutely goofy, everybody. Let me just, if it would let me, edit this, of course. There, Team Synergy. My bad, guys. Team Synergy. Ka-chow. Alright, everything's working perfectly. We are on border, and we will hop right into things. I'm going to take this off. I need to be able to put my headphones on. It was worth the visual gag, though. It was very, very much worth the visual gag. Starting on the ban phase is Team Synergy. We'll see who they ban out. I believe we will likely see a Blitz or Monty. Yep, Monty and Blitz, the two shields, are powerful, pushing the main wall of the objective. Oh, headphones. That's way more comfortable. I'm sorry, everybody, but it had to be done. So the Monty ban coming out from Synergy, pushing that main wall. Ying, also very powerful, pushing the wall and armory lockers. I should have specified both of those operators, especially combined and independent, have a whole lot of utility, not only on just taking armory, but also clearing out CCTV, and clearing out the top floor for a first floor vents defense. Mira Maestro, what do you know? I knew it was going to be Mira because of how powerful she is, especially on the lockers defense. And then it's either Maestro or Echo. Occasionally you'll see a Pulse. Occasionally. Every now and again you'll see a Caveira if you're playing on Villa. For those of you who watch the Invitational. G2 with the Caveira ban. That was pretty funny, but I mean, she is allowed in play, so they might as well ban the operator that's bugged. I don't think they've ever really had that before, where it's just an operator's ability is bugged and broken. It's because with Blitz, of course, he was the only operator who could get the 100% hip fire, but you had to go through a process to access that bug. It wasn't built into his... Well, I guess they did with the 5-speed Blitz on the TTS of PC, but I mean, that was just the TTS. It wasn't in the live version of the game, so... ESL's stance against it has been, it's playable, and so that is the stance we will adopt. What the heck? Synergy, what? Okay, well, we are seeing a full-on decadence from Synergy, going arguably definitely the second worst bomb site on the map. Arguably one of the worst ones in the game. The Passport, I forget what that's called. See, here's the thing: is I don't go to the site ever, so I don't know what it's called.
10 seconds to go.
I know this is Passport. I don't even know. I always call that closet or jail
5 seconds
closet.
left before insertion.
Well, we'll see how things run
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
for the defenders. As you can see, they have a fairly heavy up top hold. Or no, they don't. It's literally just a Tsunami up top. All right. Well, we'll see how things get rolling for them. Quick Thatcher charge will allow that wall to be open. Maximum, figuring that he was gonna have to use it against one side or against one wall, went to a completely different one. And Swifty actually will take out Lion, trying to bandit trick there.
Bomb has been located.
Was unable to. Slums finishing off take notes, and just a quick push in here actually from Ignited. Swifty will take out Slums, pulling out the RG-15 pistol, trying to keep the defenders at bay real quick. They've evened it out to a 3-on-3. So Tsunami from above and Vexflow directly below him will be the next resistance that these attackers run into. Where has the Vigil moved? Vigil is still playing those central stairs. And Swifty actually will be downed. Giant Slayers finishing off his Nami. However, is Nami able to down that Zofia? However, allowed to be put back on a 50 maximum, is going to be beginning to plant the diffuser down in supply room.
Attackers are activated.
That will get activated, and now we will be in a retake situation for Synergy. Steep and Vex Flow, throwing some pre-fires and some crouch spams. You just see the holding of long angles. He's gotten up on top of the vent. Swifty's going to finish off Steep, and the Swifty's Claymore actually will take out Vex Flow, trying to get a quick pick off of a run out. Claymore denying that easily. If you would give me one moment, please. I need to, I always forget to set myself to private mode, which is goofy because on Xbox this shouldn't exist. Give me one moment, please. Do not disturb. Alright. Had to put it back on real quick. I really like wearing it. It's fun. So Steep. Okay, I was going to say that would have been the most useless 6 pick ever, going from a Rook to a Doc. But he will switch from the Rook onto the Mute, and we'll see the standard bomb site of the Armory Lockers pulled out here from Synergy.
Defenders, protect your
Up a
bombs
man
from being
that
defused
round,
by
however, they went to a pretty garbage bomb site and didn't have great defensive strats for it. Of course, there wasn't really an up-top attack, but there wasn't an up-top hold at all. That definitely would have helped with the defenders.
Attackers have
Whew,
discovered the
sorry,
location
I am
of a
out
bomb.
of practice. So we will see the standard bomb site, a fairly normal setup.
10 seconds.
So they should be taking care of that main hall wall very
5
soon.
seconds to go.
And quick look at the scorecard. Swifty
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers
on
are
fire so far tonight, getting a solid 4K for himself. Switching from the Zofia onto the IQ, as he knows that that Mute was detrimental last round, as well as the double denial of Mute and Bandit. Could make things tough, as literally every single defender has a gadget that Swifty can counter. So the IQ pick, a very big thonk play there by Swifty. Take notes on the Ash, has already moved his way all the way downstairs and is seemingly undetected so far. We're going to see a CCTV push, and as Nami from the main hall is going to actually blitz it back into CC. The Legion can play a very powerful position there, although that's generally one that is necessary to have an extra reinforcement. He will be droned out by Giant Slayers. And the Thatcher starting to move in. The Ash actually downstairs taken out by his Nami, who vaults over, but is finished off. Sorry, refragged onto by Giant Slayers, down to a 3v4 once again. What am I saying? Vexflow with the run out, hearing Swifty on repel. However, an over-aggressive play, and Swifty will grab another, taking out Steep down to a 2v4, and these have just been throws from Synergy. The over-aggressive run out on the Bandit, and then the over-peek as well. Lion knows that wall next to him is getting reinforced, holding the angle for as long as he can. He will be contesting Swifty in this gunfight. Swifty loses a bit of health, and he will drop back down. Giant Slayers with full control of security, and nice angle there from Lion. Hearing Swifty trying to break in downstairs, and had that hole pre-open, taking out the IQ. Slums on the roam game will take out the Thatcher of Giant Slayers, and it is all down to maximum. The Thermite with 50 seconds left, working against a full health Echo with, I believe, both of his Yokais. And a Thatcher. And a Thatcher, yes. He's only got one Yokai yet left. But that is not a Thatcher. That is Slums on the Jaeger. Slums hears that exothermic charge being placed and will hide himself deeper inside of Archives. Maximum will rotate back to the main hallway, using that thermite charge as a distraction, and Lion, the very, very well-placed Echo drone, will be able to spot him out. Giving the call to his teammate as Maximum hits a goo mine, only 15 seconds left. Slums getting the pre-fires ready. And this will come down to a very tough battle of angles. Maximum has actually just moved inside. The gunshots rattling off the door frames, but Slums, the Jaeger, finishing off Maximum, taking that round for Team Synergy. And the two players dancing around each other quite a lot. However, the Jaeger coming out on top in that situation. Swifty, not getting a whole lot of help so far, has done a very good job getting frags. However, that's pretty much all he's done, and they haven't really been impact frags. Of course, last round his team won with his 4K, but that wasn't a special him position that they would have lost the round had he not been in position for every single one of those kills. The 2 kills he got last round were not really impact frags. They were just they were early kills. They were good picks, but they didn't turn the favor of the round drastically in Ignited's favor, as they were refragged upon 2. We will see the Blitz come out, as he was not banned,
Defenders
trying
protect
to
your bombs
potentially
from being
make up
used by
for
attackers.
that missing attacker, as we have a tied 1-1 scoreline here on Border between Ignited and Synergy.
Location of a bomb.
Heading downstairs after the Armory Lockers win to the server and vents. I think it's technically workshop and vents, but you know, Lion's actually, he's going to open up a rotate into the bathroom, and this is something we're seeing more and more often. It was not a very popular strategy at all, and generally why the workshop was avoided, because once the attacking team could kind of sneak into the bathroom and had control, they entered into workshop and killed all the defenders, focusing on the front side of the building. However, opening this up for the defenders has made it a much more viable bomb site. Now, you know, you can play in that little shielded corner, especially with a powerful operator like a Smoke, a Legion, maybe an Ella, with a shotgun. Yep, the FO-12 sitting back there with a very quick rotate hole. Has some pretty good potential to change the way around goes. Missed shots there by Giant Slayers, unable to do anything really to his Nami. Nami sitting there, throwing some pre-fires from Customs towards the general area of Passport, and there will be an upstairs take. Maximum holding the angle from vents. He has Slums right on the other side of that window. Slums knows he's there too, giving that information to his teammates. However, no droning from Maximum will get him killed very easily. The blitz of Take Notes will finish off Vex Flow and will finish off Slims as well, only losing half of his health. And Giant Slayers will actually make this, or tilt this, sorry, even more in the advantage of Ignited. Getting the kill onto the castle. Lion and Steep, the two remaining defenders, both on site.
Attackers have recovered their defuse.
And the attackers will begin to move from their upstairs positions and either use those vertical angles or rotate to cover the plant. Swifty's trying to make sure that there isn't any, getting hit actually with a shotgun shot there from Lion. And the attempted push in, and Giant Slayers will just take out Lion. That is an unwon gunfight, but Steep taking out two. Swifty and Take Notes go down to the Nitro Cell. And Steep now has even things up for himself in 1v1 with Giant Slayers. The Thatcher on about 70 health. Those holes in the floor would work against him. He is going to go for the diffusal stick. Steep, there's the diffuser being planted. He's going to move into server room. Doesn't quite know exactly where the Thatcher is. Saw the Thatcher's head a little bit. Holding the angle, they will peek each other, and Giant Slayers, what a shot with the pre-fire after hearing where that bandit was, taking him out. Not a pre-fire, sorry, but finishing off the bandit is my point. That will be round number 2 for Ignited. Very nice round there played by Ignited, and Synergy has just been losing their gunfights, really. It hasn't, there's not really much else to say about it. Of course, a pushing blitz is hard to counter, but generally when you've got someone there to refrag, you refrag onto an ADSing shield, especially a blitz. Very confusing how Take Notes wasn't taken down that time, and as the Thatcher pushed in the smoke, I believe, sorry, it was Steep just missing some easier shots on a rushing attacker, not being able to connect with the head at least, and giving that Thatcher the opportunity to stop sprinting, pull up his gun, and take out the anchoring SAS operator. So, Synergy just a little bit off right now as far as their gun battles go. They'll have to start winning more of those if they want to hold this out. I feel like their strategies have been doing fairly well. Last time the up top hold did its job, it wasted a lot of time. Wasted about 1:30. However, you lost the majority of your defense up there, and not only that, but you weren't able to get significant refrag onto the operators, or onto the attackers who were moving in there. So I feel like once you win these win the gunfights for Synergy, they should be able to lock this out, as their attacks have not been bad so far. We're just going to see a CCTV push, actually. Trying to clear out any roamers. The only two upstairs are Steep and Vexflow. And the armory locker is just waiting to be pushed on 1 minute. Almost will be taken off the clock as Ignited sets up for this push. That's a fairly slow push for a very open, obvious wall that you would need to push. Of course, the Blitz, actually, they will see the goo mine, so they will know the Blitz is there. Could have been a very sneaky position, and Vexflow just running straight across. Slums will actually take out Swifty. The Jaeger doing a nice job holding his position there inside of Easter, trying to shoot the shoulder of that Blitz. Blitz knowing that would be deadly for him. Speak, he's going to push it anyways. Take Notes, playing very aggressively. However, the Roamers just being able to run away, waste extra time. 1:30 gone into the round, and the Roamers have done their job and have all retained their lives as well. We are not seeing anything near as efficient this time. Maximum will refrag on a Steep. However, gets shot at from that main wall. And see, this would be about the time for the defenders to rotate back downstairs Yes, it
Defender
is.
exposed.
And Vexflow trying to hop back in. He's having some trouble with the door, and he's actually going to get taken out by Take Notes using the vertical angle against him. However, Iznami gets the quick refrag onto Giant Slayers, playing that Thatcher once again. Slum's still alive, throwing some rounds at the ADSing Blitz. What a maniac Take Notes is. Taking a gunfight with the pistol against the Jaeger of Slums. Maximum is going to be the planter. However, he is moving further and further away, maybe trying to reposition himself. Take Notes on about just under half health. You'll actually see the yokai and be hit by it. However, not enough time really to take it out. Not a lot of hope, does it look like, for the attackers. 15 seconds, and they're going to have to thermite charge the hatch. It's going to be a hatch hot drop, actually. And sprinting doesn't work on Blitz. Slums will finish off Take Notes. It's going to be 1v3, 5 seconds left. Dropping on the Thatcher. Maximum will take out Slums, but Iznami. And a quick kill onto Maximum after hearing that hatch go. And yeah, not a lot of hope there for the attackers. Synergy coming out on top, and rightfully so. Here, I'm not sure what the game volume is doing. Really, I don't know why it's so loud. There we go. So 2-2. Synergy recovering a bit that round, winning the gunfights, getting the refrags that they needed to lock that one out. Much more solid defense, and now they are allowed to go back up to arguably the easier bomb site in Armory Archives. They're bringing along pretty much, yeah, they actually are bringing along the exact same lineup. I think they've brought every single round. And on this push, it will be a bit tougher. Take Notes will rotate off the Blitz, unable to do a whole lot that round. Was just kind of toyed with by the Jaeger of Slums.
Attackers need to locate and defuse this
And
bomb
it really, having the Blitz instead of a roam clear like a Jackal or a Dokkaebi really worked against Ignited in that round, as being a man down, the Blitz can't directly contest or directly throw himself after any random defender, because he doesn't have that extra guy to watch his flank. Generally, Ignited has had 2 men watching the site and 2 men on the roam clear. That's a very nice drone there from Take Notes, actually. And with only 4 men, you don't have that extra guy to watch your flank. As Nami, let's see. Oh, saw the or had heard at least the drone. He's going to throw a Goo Mine outside. We'll see. We'll see what the 4 attackers of Ignited have in store for this round. Kind of setting themselves up. A much wider defense this time from Synergy. Steep is going to be playing inside of offices, actually. And Iznami with a very similar rotate hole. He's going to throw another Goo Mine there, actually, and oh, it will be a shot out. And actually, Lion losing a lot of health, essentially behind half wall. Yeah, Take Notes is just going to finish off the Legion early. A powerful position for the Legion, however, he overextended himself inside of those offices, and that cost him his life. And only at the expense of a little bit of damage done to the Thatcher. Not a great situation right now for Synergy. The Bandit Trick going down, unable, barely, to take that out. Vexflow is going to be finished by Maximum. Lost a little bit of health in the contest. Slums having to play this aggressively, as there's not a whole lot he can do. Yeah, Giant Slayers will finish him off, having to be aggressive to try and even back out the man count. Odd enough that we're saying that, as they are not the team missing a man. Lion is going to get the kill on a Swifty, throwing some wall bangs in the general direction of the attackers. And take notes. We'll get the quick rush in after getting the call from his teammates. Take out Lion. The captain all down to the mute of Steep. Not looking terrific for him, as he is in a heavy retake situation. He's got the Jackal kind of sitting right there, and not quite sure what he's doing. Maybe a misclick there. He's going to pre-fire where the Jackal is and actually get the kill. A nice job there, taking out Take Notes. He's got 2 attackers, however, now to work against. 1 on Repel and 1 deep inside of Archives. He's pre-firing that corner. Giant Slayer is able to win out that gunfight. Steep just unable to connect with any of those shots. And that will be the round 2 ignited. Once again, Synergy just playing overly aggressive, overextending themselves in their positions, and just not being able to win out those gunfights. Their defenses haven't been terrible, or at least their defensive setups and strategies, I should clarify. The reason that these defensive rounds aren't going their way was because they're not playing those strategies how they're really meant to be played, or when they do, they don't win the necessary gunfights. So that position inside of Armory Lockers that Asnami had held last time, that's a good position, but he exposed himself to, I believe, like 3 angles at once. Wasn't a terrific spot. Now, if he had been playing that deeper, closer to the rotate hole, and was only exposed to 1 angle, and then if he moved right a little bit too, that would have been much better for him. So if he was sitting right here, so he's exposed to now the hole that was opened up in this wall, anyone who wants to sneak in from here, and the main hall. If he plays deep behind, if he plays behind this half wall and behind that little cabinet right there, he's exposed to, he can ADS on the hole that was in this wall. I was in this one right here. And he can hear anyone pushing from main hall. That would have been the best position, but he overextended himself, allowed himself, or forced himself to have to worry about the angle from this south balcony, and was just taken out from behind. And it's just that kind of over-aggressive style of play, is we're going to see Slums pulling out those just invitational things. The Jackal can't detect footprints if there are no footprints as you're snaking around. Asnami actually getting a quick early kill onto Swifty, and Slums still snaking around the map, making sure that his footsteps do not get tracked. He actually is going to move to crouch and in supply room, throwing himself in a circle. Let's take notes. Yeah, as you can see, the Jackal can't see those footsteps, so he doesn't know that Slums is in there. Not only that, but Lion as well running in Passport. The Pulse seeing outside the, I believe that is the Thatcher on the balcony, yeah. Thatcher of Giant Slayers. And of course, unable to hear that. Slums tightening things up, taking out Take Notes, the Jackal on the roam game. Very good job from him. He's going to be looking for another. Giant Slayers sees him, and yep, that is just an over-aggressive play there from Slums. And the Mute trying to get a, or not, sorry, not the Mute, the Pulse trying to get a quick refrag. However, Giant Slayers hearing that Nitro rip, being able to move himself out of the way. 2v4 for Maximum and Giant. However, they still have to go up against this wall. And Armory Lockers, Vexlo is going to back off of it, so they could play without the Bandit Trick. They're going to have their teammates watch the old drones, and Vexlo might be able to try and Bandit Trick this. He still has 3 left, and he actually is going to get faked out himself, as the Thermite charge is going to go down on the opposite wall, or Okay. Well, just a lot of different things. Vexflow, yeah, don't go for that Vexflow. He is going to back off. So the main wall open. Maximum, not enough time to take the shot on the Legion. Knows exactly where's Nami is playing. And as Nami, what a peek and what a shot on a Giant Slayers. Maximum will get the quick refrag and will move himself in with 20 seconds remaining. He's going to go for the plant. And the Echo going for the wall bangs. Maximum getting shot, hit by the goo mine, and shot by Vexflow. All the way, okay, yeah. From the Archives bomb site. Not a whole lot he could do. Very nice job there by Synergy, tightening things up, winning the gunfights, and playing their aggression within reason, not the extremely over-aggressive style of play that they had taken to in those first couple rounds. So that will even out the defensive rounds 3-3. And, of course, every single map tends defensive. I believe the lowest percentage is Oregon with like 51% defense. But Border is one that the defense is a little bit less successful on, but still a 3-3 for Synergy doesn't look terrific. 4-2 is generally what you'll see on Border, occasionally a 5-1, but 3-3 is something that, you know, the defense was doing something wrong for a couple rounds. They've gone down 3-3. However, they are a man up, and they weren't playing very well those first couple rounds. So now that they've tightened it up, that could be working in their favor, especially getting the last couple rounds so convincingly. Will likely have swung a lot of that momentum in their favor. Preferred lineup for the 4-stack squad of Ignited will be Legion, Smoke, Doc, and Jaeger. Take notes, will be playing the anchor. And he's actually, he's going to put the bullet holes. The very, very tiny bullet holes to try and play that angle. What an angle. And there from Take Notes, he's going to have Vexflow actually potentially popping up here. Although, all the attackers, ooh, he saw the Ash. However, nothing able to be done about it. I want to see if Take Notes is going to get this. They are kind of pre-firing it. I believe they know, yeah, they've droned him out. They know exactly where he is. That drone of Vexflow has definitely seen him. However, the question is, can they take him out? Because they know he's playing behind there, but they might not know that he's got the hole right there. He sees the Ash, rips some shots at her. However, taking her down to low health is not enough. Slums able to find the head of the Doc. 208 gone, and a very quick take here, as you should think, from Team Synergy. Swifty sitting with the Smoke Maximum, still playing in Archives. That is a good angle onto the main hallway. However, he is very exposed, moving in very quickly from below, actually steep, hitting Swifty down, and the diffuser going down. Maximum trying to peek. He will finish off Slums, and he pre-fires through the wall. Actually didn't hit the Thermite. What Maximum will take out, or Lion will take out Maximum, sorry. And Giant Slayers hitting the rotate, finishes off Vexflow. However, Lion ripping down Giant Slayers. I don't think that wall was reinforced. I might have to watch the replay. I might have just seen it wrong, but I could have sworn that the Legion had downed the planting Maximum of the Thermite behind that wall. Unless the shots just miss, and I missed that. In which case, my bad, but it surprised me. I was really expecting it down, or at least a little more health taken off. So heading back up top is Ignited. They will likely try the Armory Lockers Archives site until they win it. They will change up their operator lineup completely this time. Banditella, Valkyrie, after the 6 pick from the Legion, or from the Vigil. And Echo changing up their utility, changing up their strategy.
Attackers need to locate and defuse the bomb.
Now they have to, being on defense and being behind a man, they're gonna have to play aggressively. But the aggression just did not work out. Very prepared for the extra aggression was Synergy,
Attackers have located a bomb.
and Ignited just, they didn't really follow through well on it either. It wasn't. I'm not quite sure how to describe it. It was a little bit of like peeking this. It was other mistakes that detrimented their over-aggression, like peeking the same angle on the dock. After those initial shots thrown at the Ash, he likely should have backed off instead of losing his life early. Maximum, I know, trying to go for that defused plant and getting a kill, however, allowing the full main wall control to be taken by backing off. Just backing off of the aggression at the wrong times. Just the aggression itself is necessary, but it just wasn't played out correctly there by Ignited. Swifty trying to fit his Elamine through the floor, and that he will fit through, as I believe that was the Ash from below, or ooh, no, sorry, that was the Zofia from below, making sure that those bandit wires do not get placed, and there is no bandit tricking. Ripped into is the Valkyrie of Take Notes, however, taking his Nami down a little bit, and Lion is he's gonna fake it actually, and what? Okay, Claymore. Swifty, a very good play there, however, outplayed by the Claymore of Lion, and now there will be nothing to cover the bandit trick. Giant Slayers is going to have to allow this wall to be opened. They have delayed it, but they have lost 2 men because of it, and Take Notes is somehow able to finish off the Zofia. Giant Slayers is going to take out Lion as well from the main wall, so it will be down to a 3v3. Giant Slayers, Maximum, and Take Notes. Scratch that. Giant Slayer is no longer alive. Slums on the Ash, taking out the bandit, still trying to fight from behind the bomb. The Echo will be droned out. And Take Notes and Maximum, the final 2 defenders, trying to clutch on to this round with every inch of their life. Take Notes still sitting on central stairs and could potentially go for a run out here, especially with the Nitro. He is going to whip that Nitro up against the floor, maybe. He's thrown it on the fan, though, and if you can't shoot that there, he sees the planter. He doesn't see the planter. The plant denied, actually, by Maximum. Maximum's going to throw himself out into the open. He will take out Slums, however, Vexflow getting the refrag onto him. Valkyrie is the only one left alive. Sees the Capitao running through. Rips into him. Maybe 1 or 2 shots, however, Vexflow. Much better angle and a much better peek. Take Notes not holding a tight enough angle around that bomb. And that round finished off very well there by Team Synergy. I'm not quite sure what the Valkyrie of Take Notes was doing. Throwing that Nitro onto the light. Rehost, I guess. You know what that means. You okay. Thank you. All right, see you. Yeah, best of luck. Howdy, everybody. Let me grab my controller real quick. I'm going to set up the game real quick. You guys can watch me because, as you know, I could have the Be Right Back screen, but what fun would that be when I've got this? So, as I was saying with the Valkyrie, the Valkyrie play right there. Seeing the planter, I believe actually seeing the planter through that floor, unable to take the planter out, was very odd. That he didn't see the edge of that diffuser. And again, yeah, throwing the nitro against that light, you cannot destroy through that light. That's just not something that he should have done. It was 3-5. Both were orange wins on Armory Lockers. Yes. All right, so we will get these invites in real quick. Maybe. Okay, so sorry, this was very unprofessional of me. I apologize profusely for my actions. Let me I bent it. There we go. All right. So the play there, at least the play from there, from Ignited was good. The over-aggression, especially, playing that within reason, was a solid play from them. It just hasn't really worked out for them. They haven't really been playing the aggression correctly. The main issue. The main issue with the over-aggression is they've been either peeking the same angles, which you saw multiple times in that last round, or overextending themselves from their position. The bandit playing behind bomb, he doesn't need to, after that wall gets opened, he just needs to wait for the plant to come out. That's all he needs to do. Once he hears someone rush in to go for the plant, that's when you peek. You don't peek before that, which is what he was doing, over-peeking the same angle, overextending himself from his position behind the bomb. It didn't work out for him. As you could see, being taken out, leaving his teammate in 1v3 situation. What Ignited is going to have to do to try to bring this back is tighten up. They're playing as they should, down a man, playing aggressive for the refrags. However, they need to tighten up their aggressive defense. They're kind of playing all over the place aggressive, as opposed to controlled, planned, thought out aggression. As you could tell, we've had some of that with the combination. I believe it was pulse mute play on defense with the play on the south balcony. That was a significantly better play from them, and that's the kind of stuff that we're gonna have to see back into the game. Now, I'm sorry I have to take it off. I need to be able to hear the game though. Give me 1 moment, folks, please. I apologize. Wasn't extremely professional, but you know how we do. I forgot the bands. Okay, well, they know it's yeah, that's an oops. So they know the bands though. The bands Mira, Maestro, oh yes, Monty, and I actually forget the last offensive band. That was, I know it's not up there. The last offense, it's a band, who was it? I'm gonna be honest, I can't think of who it was. I know the Monty was off the board. Not actually sure. Huh. Well,
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
I'll know it if it pops up. I'll recognize it if it pops up. And they know that the bands, even though I stink and didn't put the bands up. So Ignited has found their 5th man. Finally, PR cars on the Jaeger. Coming back, rocking the invitational charm. By the way, we are going to put up a poll. Who are you voting for in the Invitational? You can put it in the chat right now. And check it on Instagram later, which I believe... Ooh, I'm not quite sure who the North American options are left. I think no, because Reciprocity and Rogue are both gone. Actually, yeah, there are no North American teams, so there might not be one on Instagram. But hey, put in the chat who you're voting for in the Invitational. I've got a whole lot of money riding on Norengu. Great team. You can just tell they're having so much fun. I think that momentum is going to carry them on and on and on. Of course, the momentum right now working in the favor of Synergy, picking up the last 2 rounds from the attackers. Now pushing, or from the defenders, sorry, of Ignited. Pushing onto an upstairs bomb site. Once again, Swifty bringing out the Clash as he does the new Unknown King, as they call him. Or the angles being played against him are going to prevent him from doing a whole lot. For example, trying to overextend to deny that wall. And being droned out too isn't going to be great for him. Giant Slayers is going to be blown to smithereens by the thermite charge of Lion. And with no Rook armor to save the down, Steep actually has hit a leg out. So we will be playing a 4v4 unfortunate on his part as Nami dueling through the window with, I believe that was the Jaeger of PR Cars. And Lion is actually in, planting the diffuser, and the attackers done a great job here of pushing in. Lions and the Caveira actually from behind. Swifty finishes off Slums, and take notes, the Caveira from Archives finishes off Lions. Swifty overextending himself, however, saw that Vexflow was going for the reload, all down to his Nami, left in 1v4 position. Not a whole lot he's going to be able to do here with his position found out, and working against a Clash. Not in a great spot either in Armory Desk. You can see he's got defenders on all sides of him, and there's not going to be a whole lot he can do. He will work himself around the bookcase, and ooh, a nice play there from Swifty, and whoa, okay. The Clash coming out on top of that gunfight. What is that animation? Very, very well played there, I guess, by Swifty, the Clash main. Finishing off the final attacker. However, there wasn't a whole lot that his Nami could do. Steep has rejoined. My controller batteries are low, evidently. He is back in the game, so we'll see what operator he is assigned. Maverick, and he may be able to sixth pick out of that if he loads in. Yes, he has. So he can use that 6th pick to whichever operator he chooses, but he might stick to Maverick. Maverick isn't not a bad choice. You're pushing down onto the Vents Workshop bomb site. Cav is going to be taken once again by Take Notes, hiding it once again with that 6th pick. Whew, that's a tough one to say, everybody.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
So Ignited with the round win there will bring things back to within 1, and Synergy looking for one more to force the tie. Ignited obviously trying to stave that tie off. If I would not drop my phone on top of the streaming device, that would be absolutely terrific. Goodness. I apologize, everybody.
10 seconds left before
It's been a night. Trying to...
5 seconds remaining.
Oh my.
Attackers have recovered
This
their
Blue Division matchup.
attackers have
I know both teams are very close to each other. I just want to make sure that I have the standings right. So yeah, Synergy sitting at 1-4-1, and Ignited sitting at 1-4. That is win-loss tie. So both teams looking to stall themselves from becoming a bottom feeder, trying to turn this season back into the swing of things. And actually, the Thermite is down and taken out by Take Notes. The Cav finishing off Lion. However, a Mega Potato on to Steep, only taking him down about half health. Of course, Cav's gun not very powerful, but not a whole lot he could do. Slums with a very well-calculated push upstairs to PR Cars, and that's a position that should really be covered by the defenders, but playing deep, and Giant Slayers is there now, but a little bit too late of a rotate. Slums needs to be able to hear him, but Steep actually covering his teammate's flank, taking out Giant Slayers, and the Ella now of Swifty is going to have to find his way back inside against a Maverick and a Twitch. Vexflow actually from above will take him out, I believe, all down to the Legion of Maximum. Maximum needs to clutch this round out if Ignited wants to win this. He will take out the diffuser of Vexflow, 1v3 with a minute 30 seconds left. And the Maverick actually saw the gun barrel. Slums will be going for the plant. Nice job finding the diffuser quickly and being able to get that plant down. And the gun battle between Iznami and Maximum will be won by the Hibana. So Synergy has forced a tie and secured themselves the point. They now just need one round to lock it out. And Ignited looking now to force Synergy into a tie and looking to maintain that 1 point. And they've got 2 more rounds to try and earn it. Defending the same bomb site. Vents Workshop once again. And very, very well played there from Synergy. You could say that one might say that they had a lot of synergy that round. Sorry, everybody, it had to be done. But just very, very well coordinated attacks. Obviously, the Twitch had her teammates drone her in before she rushed up those main stairs to take out the Jaeger playing on top of them. And I believe that was PR Cars. Yes. And a nice job having the Maverick to cover her flank from the Mute, who had rotated behind her as well. So, very, very well coordinated, well covered attack there from Synergy. And it will be down now to... Actually, they switched to... Alrighty. Well, they've switched to Custom Storage Supply. This is a very different one, especially still having a much better bomb site available to them. Yes, it is all dependent on how it's played. Maximum, that's a... Huh. I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying to come up with things that could be helpful as a strategy, but I mean, maybe having a rotate right there would be able to open things up, but I'm not quite sure the point behind that castle barricade, especially if that wall gets opened very quickly. What we should likely see is an up top take. Of course, both... Oh, no. Steep taking out his teammate of Iznami. It was only the Ash. So they haven't lost a whole lot of utility, especially with the extra soft breach potential of Lion. But losing the extra soft breach, that is extra, that could be used on a top floor take. That may change the way actually this site is pushed, as the only person you have upstairs is the Roamer in Take Notes. This is a very different strategy. Sees the Thatcher. He may go for the run out here. Yeah, over-aggressing, hitting the Thatcher a couple times. Steep realizing that the Legion had run out and playing aggressively, and Lion actually hearing this. Oh, Take Notes finishing, or taking out, Lion taking out Steep as well, 5v2. And these attackers aren't quite sure what to do. I see the visual with the run out. Vexflow is just going to be watching that ensuring that it does not happen again. Slums is going to work on trying to gain any semblance of map control. However, with only 2 men alive, any map control that you gain can be quickly retaken. Everybody, this is professional. This is terrific. Slums taking out PR Cars down to a 4v5. Vexflow still outside. Slums fighting for his life, being spotted by that bulletproof cam, is going to rotate, throw some pre-fire shots through the bathroom wall. His teammate Vexflow is going to try to move up and support him. However, Swifty getting a nice crossfire angle onto the Twitch will take him out. Vexflow losing a lot of health. However, gets the refrag onto the Legion, being pre-fired at. Vexflow doesn't know quite what to do. He can open up that wall as the Bandit trick. 37 seconds left, and the Thermite is on no health. Not looking great for this round 4 synergy. And Ignited trying to make sure that they walk away with a point here. This could very, very well come down to the final round. Vexflow still has 16 seconds to clutch it out.
15 seconds remaining.
However, with Take Notes behind him, he hears the Vigil creeping up behind him, and Swifties, Goo Mine actually, will take out Vexflow. Going to make sure my controller's charged next time. So 5-6 score line. This has not been terrific, everybody. Not been terrific. And that I deeply apologize for. Alright. Now we're back in business. Sorry about that. Ignited has 1 round left to go. To try, or sorry, 1 round left to try to tie things up. Synergy with the advantage, however, now has had the pressure placed on them. And there was still a decent amount last round, wanting to lock it out, but now after failing to lock it out that round, they've piled that pressure onto themselves even more. And I'm not quite sure what we are going to see
Attackers need to locate and defuse
from the defense. They are able to go back upstairs, or sorry, from the attack, and the defense able to go back upstairs will bring Swifty on the clash. He knows what I would say in this situation. However, fairly standard site setup. Not a whole lot different. Take Notes is going to be the roamer once again. And yeah, there's not too much to be said about this defense. It's just going to be Ignited's standard defense, making sure
5 seconds to go.
that wall doesn't get opened up by allowing the clash to play there. And Swifty's actually going to put...
Defender is approaching.
I mean, all right. That's if the barbed wire works for you. However, that's, I feel like, kind of a waste, as it's not going to be really able to be used to much advantage of him, especially if that same hole in the wall is open just to Swifty's left. And very much if he plays it from behind. Of course, the SPSMG being experimented with, it is now full auto. A little bit overpowered, so of course it has more recoil than the F2. However, the same rate of fire and only 2 less damage. Zombie's going to open up the hole behind the half wall. Swifty watching the Thermite. The ping's coming out, and the same hole, yes, being opened up by, I believe that is the Jackal of STPS. So there's not a whole lot that's going to be able to be done here by Swifty to deny this wall from being opened. If he tries to overpeak it, he's got Steep watching. And you can see 3 men in CC all doing their own job line. Kind of faking it, not quite sure exactly if this Bandit is going to go for the trick, and he will not. It will be opened as Nami, working from below, will take out Take Notes. However, being shot into by the Bandit. It's Nami on the Zofia, able to move out, being droned up the main stairs by his teammate. And All the plant denial now has come down to the Clash. Swifty is going to pull the shield off of his back and try and play this one out. Lion taking out Giant Slayers very quickly. Down to a 3v5. Swifty, not a whole lot he can do, however, has somehow retained his life. He will try to take out the Thermite, however, he will be down. Steep taking out PR Cars as well. Maximum getting a refrag onto his Nami. Maximum getting a kill onto Steep as well. 1v3, he's going to have to ace, however. Can't deny the plant as that Yokai is jammed. He saw the Twitch, waiting for Slums to peek him. And Slums will peek him. The crouch spamming Twitch will finish off Maximum, and Synergy walks away with the 7-5 win. Almost slipping in the last 2 rounds, however, asserting their dominance in round number 12 to walk away with the 7-5 victory. There's the final scorecard after rehost. We will have, of course, we do not have stats anymore. We apologize for that, but we are very, very busy, especially with the Pro League Material Tournament, which, by the way, you can go sign up for on PLM_arena on Instagram. Just DM us, and we will send you a very long message with all of the information. Thank you all so much for watching once again. Team Synergy taking home the win. Ooh, 1 second. Team Synergy taking home the win tonight. That is their second win on the season, improving to 2-4-1 tie. Unfortunately, Ignited dropping down to 1-5-0. However, they have looked much better their past couple games and will continue to work towards that oh so precious 8th spot. Of course, the 8th spot where the tournament cuts out. Thank you. I've already said it, but thank you again so much for watching. Make sure to go follow Pro_League_Material on Instagram and Twitter, and PLM_Arena on Instagram and Twitter as well. Sign up for the tournament if you would like. Spots are filling up very, very fast, and if you have filled up one of those spots, make sure to submit your payment or you are not actually in the tournament. We will see you all next time. Jonathan Johnny Streams Ross signing off.